Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Start with the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. My name is Mohammed Zarnab and my registration number is 17 NTU0056. Today I am going to present the topic is yarn or fabric faults inspection using new techniques without physical inspection.
And here we have the brief introduction. So fabric defect is one of the biggest problems facing the textile industry, you can say. Fabric defects are responsible for nearly 85% of defects found in the garments. The great importance of this problem may be due to the higher increase in the production of knitted fabric. The inspection of fabric has to be done at the production unit. Therefore, elimination of defect causes and decreases to great number of produced defects. Fabric inspection. The fabric or yarn inspection may be defined as the visual or physical examination taken according to the specifications, as well as measuring the yarn or fabric to check if they meet the required measurement. The inspection could be partially or completely finished fabrics or yarn to check if the yarn or fabric meets the basic standard. And here are the general types of fabric inspection: visual and physical inspection. In the visual inspection, you just have to view a product to check out the defects, and in physical inspection you have to feel the fabric, or you have to touch the fabric to inspect it, or to find out the defects. Fabric inspection loop. In the fabric inspection, you firstly have to inspect the fabric, and if there will be any fault, you have to make a contact with an appropriate person. He will find out the cause of the defect, and also he will give the reason from where the defect produces, and then you have to overcome the defect, and also at the end you would have to again inspect that fabric. Purpose of fabric inspection or defect detection. Fabric inspection is an important aspect followed prior to the garments manufacturing to avoid rejects due to the fabric quality and facing with unexpected loss in the manufacturing. Fabric inspection is done for fault defect detection, or for color, hand or feel, to check out the length or edge shading, and many more. So fabric inspection ensures to minimize the rejection of cut panels or rejected garments due to the fabric faults. Although the purpose of fabric inspection is to determine the quality and acceptability of garments, as fabric is received, it should be inspected to determine acceptability from a quality viewpoint. When quality control inspection done. Quality control inspection done at different stages in the textile sector. The first one is pre-production. Before the production of fabric, then the raw material, or you can say yarn, will be checked out or will be inspected. And the second is inline inspection. Inspection is that during the production of the fabric, then the some amount of fabric will be inspected. Final random inspections or pre-shipment inspection. When the production completes, then it will be inspection of the fabric done at the end. And the last one is container loaded inspection. Container loaded inspection includes that the fabric which is loaded to the container, or which is ready for the shipment, then it will be inspected into some extent. Fabric inspection machines. Fabric inspection is usually done on fabric inspection machines. These machines are designed so that rolls of the fabric can be mounted behind the inspection table under reasonable lights and re-rolled as they leave the table. Defects can be seen readily with these machines, as the inspector has a very good view of the fabric, and the fabric need not to reverse so detect defects. These machines are power driven, or the inspector pulls the fabric over the inspection table. How much to inspect? When a sewing factory receives fabric from the mill, it is difficult to conduct a full 100% inspection of the fabric. Then minimum 10% inspection of the fabric can be done. These are some common faults in the knitted fabric. Holes. Holes are the results of cracks or yarn breakages. Drop stitches. Drop stitches are the results of defective needles. Cloth fallout. Cloth fallout is an area consisting of drop stitches lying side by side. Vertical stripes. Vertical stripes can be observed as longitudinal gaps in the fabric. Horizontal stripes are caused by unevenness in the courses. Soil stripes can appear both in the direction of wales as well as courses. Color fly consists of single fibers, bunches of fibers or yarns pieces in the fibers, and is very difficult to remove. Fabric quality inspection system. And here's the most common types of fabric quality inspection systems used in the textile sectors. 4-point system. A 4-point system assigns 1, 2, 3 and 4 penalty points according to the size and significance of the defect. No more than 4 penalty points can be assigned for any single defect. In this system, one should inspect at least 10% of the total roll in the shipment and make sure to select at least one roll of each colorway. The second is 10-point system. In this system, the fabric faults are identified with points on the basis of the scale of 10. That is, the maximum defect point is 10. According to this system, if the total defect points per 100 yards of the fabric are 100 or more, the fabric will be rejected. The third one is Granny Table 78 system. This system was basically established for garment cutting components, in which the short length faults less than 9 inches would normally be removed. The last is Dallas system. The Dallas system was introduced in 1970s and it was developed particularly for knitted fabrics. According to this inspection method, if any fault was observed on a finished garment, then the garment would be called seconds. The main disadvantage of Dallas system is that it increases the cost of the production, as defect is located after the garment is finished. Fault points system charts. These are the point system charts for the faults. Here we are given the penalty points according to the size of the defect in the 4-point system, and in the Granny Table 78 system, we give the penalty points according to the defect length, that how much length of a defect, so that the penalty points are given according to that. And in the 10-point system, there are warp defects and weft defects separately, so we give penalty points according to these defects. New technique for fabric fault detection. This is the basic technique on which my presentation based on, and here is a process flow chart according to which I am going to discuss about the automated visual inspection system. The first one is image acquisition system. So the implemented image acquisition system consists of a special video camera and a digitizer. The video output from the camera is sent to the digitizer, and it is done in the software like Creative Lab. Video blaster can be used to freeze and store the image. Fabric sample in our simulation are collected randomly from the inspection department in a mill and scanned with a flatbed scanner. The second is image processing. The image processing system is used to crop the captured image into fixed size that is chosen to be suitable for all defects used in this work. Then the intensity of the image is adjusted. The third is feature extraction. The feature extraction is used where two types of features are extracted from the adjusted image. The first type is the first order statistical, which is tonal features, and the second type is second order statistical, which are texture features. The extracted features are normalized to have zero mean and unit variance. The fourth is defect detection and classification. Two systems are used to classify the defect classes according to their features. The first system is based on fuzzy C means clustering algorithm, and the second system is based on the adaptive neurofuzzy inference system. The last is fabric grading. Fabric grading act as an inspector in the final grading, which is done by computing the total number of defects along the total fabric length by using the corresponding standard point values. A worksheet will be produced to determine the grade of the fabric according to some standard. And here's the conclusion of the presentation. It is the responsibility of both the textile supplier and the garments manufacturer to inspect all the textiles to ensure their compliance with the buyer's standard. Anyways, this new automatic technique to inspect the fabric was also very good results, more than the human inspection, visual inspection.